doesn't want to be here.
Contact made.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Oh my god, it's been so long since I've said that. It is time for a new video with a new look, like the intro. So today we're going to be talking about the truth about being in a sorority, and we're going to spill the tea. We're not going to say which sorority I was in, but if you know, you know. First off, I'd like to answer one of the questions I got asked most after I dropped is if there is hazing. I would like to say, personally, and that I knew of, I was never hazed. And when I say that I knew of, I mean like I didn't know any other girls who were hazed, because we weren't hazed. And that is 100% honesty. I wouldn't lie about that because I have nothing to lose since I'm not there anymore. But I was never hazed, so that's one thing. You will make some real friendships out of being in the sorority. A lot of people, I think, say, oh, you're paying for your friends, but I don't feel like I was paying for friends. I wanted to be there. I had friends who were already in the sorority that I was going to rush and that I got into. So I didn't feel like I was paying to be anybody's friends at all. The next thing about sororities is the parties are so much fun. And I think some people maybe join for the partying aspect of being in a sorority, but you can go to a party and not be in a sorority, so I don't really understand kind of that part. I guess you do go to a different type of party, to maybe where it's like a themed party, or it's exclusive obviously, because you'll have a party to where it's just one fraternity and one sorority, so they only have the party with each other until a certain time where the fraternity can choose to make it an open party and then anybody can come. I went to 2 different parties because since I was only in it for a year, I only went to 2 parties. When I joined, we didn't really do many socials. It was weird. So I went to 2 parties. One was a jersey party, so you had to wear, you know, some sort of jersey or whatever, and it was actually really fun and just cute, and you were with your friends, and it was just kind of nice to be with people that you knew and not just so many random strangers. Not that I didn't love a random stranger party, because I went to so many of those in undergrad, but it was really fun. And then the next one we went to, which is the most iconic theme party I think I've ever been to, it was Boston Twee Party. They bought so many boxes of Twee and laid them out there. And when I say Twee, I mean twisted tea, so hard iced tea. And so they bought boxes and just set them up. There was so much Twee there. I promise we're gonna get to the drama. I just want to point out the good parts of it being in a sorority too. The service work was really cute and fun in my opinion. It felt like everyone there was actually genuine and wanting to participate in these different philanthropy events. There were other sororities who really didn't want to be there, and it just felt very disingenuous. But I felt like I had a really good time, and that's why I wanted to join, because I thought the opportunities for philanthropy were really great. So the last part I'm gonna say is that I really did meet some wonderful women who were dedicated and smart and just really kind. One of them that I met initiation night is actually still my friend to this day. She gave me a seltzer because she didn't want them anymore and maybe she was leaving, and so I took it. And then I think a few months later we kind of connected. I don't even really know how we connected. I think maybe it was Polish Week, but we connected and we've become friends ever since then, all because I was remembering, hey, you gave me a seltzer. You do meet some really kind people, but here it is. There are some shady and not very nice and judgmental people in sorority life. One thing that was said to me by a sister who was already in the sorority was that the older girls in older pledge classes, their ones are all before us, were saying that the pledge classes that were kept coming in were getting uglier, and that's not a very sisterly thing to say. So that kind of bothered me, that they maybe were a little bit more shallow than what I had thought was gonna be my experience. Another part was, I'm gonna read it from my notes. We were making a poster about what we think is beautiful, and while some people said you can be beautiful and not have to wear makeup, I also pointed out that makeup makes some people feel confident and you shouldn't feel bad about that either. And I got an absolute death stare from these 2 girls who were just super not nice, and they just looked at me like I was crazy. And I was thinking, I love to wear makeup. I mean, look at my face right now. You know, sometimes I want to cake my face, and I should I shouldn't feel bad about that or be shamed because I like to wear makeup. And so that was the point I was trying to make. And these girls were just so like, judgy, and I didn't understand why. I'm thinking, why is that a big deal? Like, you can wear whatever you want. Like, yeah, you shouldn't have to feel pressure to wear makeup. Maybe some people feel more confident in makeup, so just leave them alone. When I dropped, I was somehow still getting emails for the sorority and just not being taken off the list. I don't know who was not doing their job right, but I kept getting emails for such a long time about everything going on still. And I remember getting one email and I looked at it and it said, verbatim, "We need to have more people rush so we can be more selective." I mean, you can kind of gather what that means. People were upset with my rush class because at one point the girls were upset when we were told if we wanted to wear letters, we needed to have makeup on and the whole 9 yards. And some girls spoke up and said they never wear makeup, so they don't want to be forced to wear something they don't feel comfortable in anyways. I remember we got yelled at because some girls were speaking up saying, like, I never wear makeup anyways. I don't really feel comfortable wearing makeup since I never wear makeup. I think it would just look silly on me, so why do I have to do this? And they got scolded for saying that. I totally get you want to put your best foot forward in wearing your letters and whatever, especially your stitch letters were a big deal. I don't think it was handled by the sorority well. I dropped because the support system I had was not real. Why would I want to stay somewhere where the supposed support system that's gonna be with me the most isn't supporting me when I was not feeling great? I was having some like mental health issues, and it was just, I felt so not supported, and I thought, is this what sisterhood is supposed to be like, especially the girls I'm supposed to be closest with? I just feel like I got, you know, shoved aside when I was being an inconvenience. And although it's very blurry what all happened, I'm not gonna stick around and stay with people who are supposed to be a huge support system for me and just weren't. That is the reason why I dropped. I remember I told them that it was because I couldn't keep up academically or whatever, and I needed more time to study. You know who you are. You stabbed me in the back, and I think our whole relationship was probably disingenuous. And for the girls who had my back during this, who I even didn't know very well, thank you. You are the good part of the sisterhood, as they are not. With that, I am friends and still friendly with a lot of the sisters that I had, because, you know, some of them are very real and you will build real relationships from there. There are still so many girls who were so nice to me after I dropped and just were like, I get where you're coming from, or even they dropped too, and I'm thinking, you got a lot of girls dropping. Honestly, you can't judge from the outside. Sure, you hear things and whatever, but until you try it for yourself, you don't really get the full picture. And even though I'm dropped, I'm really glad I went through it and tried and did it and made some really good friends out of it, because I really did. I'm so grateful for the women I still follow on social media, and a lot of them are really using their voices, especially during this time, and it's so nice to see. So that is the truth about being in a sorority. Everything I said was the truth and was my personal experience. So, but I am grateful for those sisters that are still my friends and who I will always consider my sisters, even if I'm the ex-sister that went to a different land. If you're interested in rushing even a little bit, you should try it, because you never know what kind of people you're gonna meet or how your experience is gonna be. Definitely if you feel uncomfortable and you just don't feel like it's very sisterly, drop and leave. Do not stay there because you think it's like social suicide or whatever. Just hop on out, sweetie. It'll be okay. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next Sunday. Bye.
Moving like I'm selling fruits, riding to the death. I feel amazing when the weather. Who the best in the east? Look around, who you see?